Hello and welcome. This is Sohaib here. I'm in Damac right now, and you can see so many of brokers, so many of clients busy just because of this community. We are having a new launch in Damac Riverside. For the first time ever, Damac has introduced studio apartments in this community. We're talking about a price point starting from 628,000 dirhams. Plus, one bedrooms are going to be starting from 1 million dirhams. You're getting with a payment plan as well. So this community is an 11 million square feet of a community located on Emirates Road. Firstly, we are having townhouses and villas. Those were sold out last year. We're talking about a price point starting from 2.3, 2.4 million dirhams. But for now, we are having a new launch that is with Azure 2. This specific building, this we call it Azure 2. Here, this building is going to be like ground plus 2 podiums and 8 floors of residentials. So you're going to get view of the river in the middle, and then onto the other side, you're going to have a view of community center and all of the view of townhouses and villas. Basically, the Damac Riverside is sold out previously, like townhouses and villas are pretty much sold out right now. Even if we talk about their latest launch, which was in this community, this is called Capri 1 and Capri 2. This was also sold out, like one bedrooms was starting from 1.1 million dirhams and two bedrooms was starting from like 1.9 million dirhams. But those are already sold out right now. We are having the last cluster, which we call it Azure 2. In total, we are having 720 units in total, and in which like 224 are the studio apartments, and one bedrooms are going to be like 496 in total. For now, due to the hype and due to the high demand, just because for the first time ever, Damac has introduced studio apartments in this community, it is going to be sold out pretty much quickly. Well, the launch date is expected to be at the last week of this month, but for now, we are in EOI phase. And talking about the EOIs for a studio, it is going to be starting from 25,000 dirhams, and for one bedrooms, EOI amount is going to be 50,000 dirhams. Talking about the payment plan, it is not 1% monthly, it is not 0.5% monthly, it is going to be 0.25% monthly. This is more of a marketing gimmick. It is not 0.25% monthly. Still, you have to pay a bullet payment of 5% after every 6 months. But we're talking about 11 million square feet of a community located on Emirates Road. Onto the one side, you're going to have a view of Emirates Road. Onto the other side, you're going to have a view of river. So basically, the theme of the community is you are having residential towers. In the middle, you're going to have all of the basic amenities. We're talking about floating cinema. We're talking about floating decks. Or even though in terms of townhouses and villas, you're having a lagoon in the middle. And then most of the community is pretty much like oriented around the water theme park and water theme amenities as well. Onto the other side, here we have this Jabal Ali Road. And like talking about the locality of this area, onto the one side you are having Emaar Oasis, then you have Grand Polo Resort by Emaar onto the other side, and onto the other side of Emirates Road we are having the Heights by Emaar. So in terms of neighborhood, in terms of locality, like the Damac Riverside is surrounded by most of the luxurious communities in Dubai. We're talking about a price point like in Grand Polo Resort, we're talking about a 4-bedroom villa that is starting from 8.1 to 8.5 million dirhams. Here you're getting a studio apartment in 628,000 dirhams. So in terms of pricing and in terms of the payment plan, the Damac definitely stands out as a brand value as well. Like they have delivered more than like 45,000 plus unit. It is one of the largest private developer here in Dubai. So definitely you are having a brand value, you are having a flexible payment plan, and you are having an affordable pricing as well. And if you talk about, if we split this payment plan, like you are paying 20% as a down payment, 4% will be your land department fees, you are paying 40% during construction and 40% remaining at the time of handover, even though you can go for the mortgage as well, or even though you can rent your property at the time of handover. The best thing working with Damac, with a developer like brand like Damac is, like you can even go for the mortgage even though the building is not complete. We can go for the mortgage even though it is an off-plan property, just because Damac has already collaborated with ADIB. I'm also going to be attaching you the link as well. So it claims to be like even though the building is not ready and you have paid like 50% of the total value, or even though the construction has gone up to like 35%, you can still go for the mortgage. So basically these are the perks that comes with working with a developer like Damac, and this community is an example for you. Like you get residential apartments from 628,000 dirhams, even though you are getting townhouses and villas. And even if we talk about the prices for a 4-bedroom townhouse, you're going to get anywhere between 2.7 to 2.8 million dirhams. But before it was launched, we're talking about the last year, it was launched at 2.3 to 2.4%, 2.4 million dirhams. That's it for now. Even if you need to ask anything about Damac Riverside or any of the communities, even Damac Island, just send me a WhatsApp. I'm always up. See you in the next video. Until then, goodbye.